is watching and how the government will respond. Now, today marks exactly 2 years since President William Ruto took the oath of office at a fully packed Kasarani stadium to become the country's 5th president, having made several significant promises, among them lowering the cost of living, creating employment opportunities and ending extrajudicial killings and forced disappearances during the campaign season. President Ruto has had exactly 2 years to deliver the Kenya Kwanza plan. But has he? Our political affairs reporter David Mudhoka looks at the hits and misses of the Kenya Kwanza government's first 2 years in power.
At exactly midday on the 13th of September 2022, William Kipchirchir Samoei Arap Ruto was sworn in as the country's 5th president. As he took his oath of office, Ruto was cheered on by tens of thousands of Kenyans who had filled Kasarani Stadium to the brim, eager to see the president hit the ground running by implementing the promises he made to Kenyans while on the campaign trail. Among those promises was the lowering of the high costs of living. But exactly 2 years on, the state of the economy and the high cost of living are still a thorn in the flesh of Ruto's Kenya Kwanza administration. According to the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, the cost of buying goods and services has kept on going up. For example, from an overall index of 134.02 points in August last year to 139.07 points this August. Alongside the rise in the already high cost of living in the past couple of years, has been a rise in taxation, with the Kenya Kwanza government criticized heavily for increasing taxes and introducing new ones since coming to power. Attempts to increase taxation this year through the Finance Bill of 2024 were met with fierce opposition from youthful Gen Z and millennial protesters who sustained protests against the government on the streets for 2 months in a row. The demonstrators also protested against the high rate of unemployment among the youth, which the president had also promised to address, especially through the affordable housing program. But according to the Federation of Kenya Employers (FKE) under Ruto, the overall unemployment in the country is at 12.7%, with youth between 15 to 34 years forming the highest unemployment rate of 67%. Ruto had also promised to end killer squads, extrajudicial killings, and abductions. But between June 18th and August 8th this year alone, the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights reports that at least 60 people were killed and 413 others injured for participating in the anti-finance bill protests. KNCHR further reports that 66 protesters are still missing. Against the backdrop of these 3 issues and several others, such as the frequent strikes by different sectors and the country's debt crisis, some political pundits believe that President Ruto is so far Kenya's worst performing president.
It is exactly 2 years since aeke Biblia chini, and everything that is good contained in the Bible was put down the minute he put down that Bible. And from there, we've had what I would call the most horrendous governance since the independence of this country.
But the Kenya Kwanza administration believes it is on the right track and has highlighted the lowering of the cost of fertilizer, the Hustler Fund loans, the construction of affordable houses, and the increase of fiber optic cables, Wi-Fi hotspots, and digital hubs as its main achievements. Dismas Mokua, a governance expert, believes that the government can still turn the tide even further.
Kenya right now is on a good path, and when you speak to objective and rational analysts as well as economists, they say that in the next 1 year, Kenyans will start seeing the fruits of these interventions. However, the challenge remains that there is a trust deficit. Today, if you are to tell a good number of Kenyans that the sky is blue, they'll not even believe it. They'll want to go outside to the gardens and look at the sky to confirm that the sky is blue.
David Muthoka, NTV, Nairobi.
Tonight, it is